here we go. Okay, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great day today. Okay. Hey, Zach. Mason, Tommy, Reese, Mazur, Vegas, Miguel, Javi, PlayStation Lover. Hey everyone. Okay. I think we're finally gonna get to 100% tonight on this. I'm not hitting the ball because I gotta hit the, I gotta very carefully position this. This is just so sensitive. Damn. There we go. Look at that. Okay. God. Also, guys, I finished the other stupid baseball challenge. You remember the one I kept raging on? I actually finished it. I actually have a clip of it. I'll show it in a little bit here. I just need to get these here. Hold on, everyone. I just gotta do this 2 more times here. Got it. There we go. Okay. Just one more time. And we got this. Got it. Nice. Okay, it's done. The knockouts. Let me also show you guys the other one I got here. So for people, this is the I got this one earlier, so this is a clip I recorded this a bit earlier because I knew this one was going to take me forever, so I instead just made it into a clip. But I finally got that stupid challenge done to finish the hard course with the very hard course. But this was when I got it, basically. While this is playing, I can answer some questions. Hey, Liskiff, why would you lie to cover someone else? What do you mean, sure? Why don't you have text-to-speech for super chats? Oh, because people are gonna post really bad things in that. Even with super chats, it will not stop people from posting bad things. People will do it. Many years ago, maybe like what, like maybe like 9 years ago, when I 9 years ago, maybe had like what, under 100,000 subscribers. I still had a decent amount, but what happened was I had the text-to-speech, so people's comments would just, be said, and what happened was people would say some really nasty things, they wanted that to be read by the AI voice thing, and it was some really nasty, offensive things, and people just kept doing that, and that's why I will never, have that on, because of that specifically. Oh yeah, well, we finished the challenges though, Minion Dave. That's the good thing about it. How you doing today? I'm doing good, Jacob. How are you? I saw an article about it, but I didn't watch it, Vanny. Can you wish me a happy birthday? Hello, you boy. Happy birthday, dude. On the anime GTA game, the one that's gonna be free to play, I'm trying to remember it. It's coming out soon. I know that. And that was the extra hard course. It was done there. Batting is completely done. We do not need to do it anymore, so no more batting. That's the thing is. I hope you're okay, April. Tomorrow is my friend's birthday, and he watches a lot of your videos. Can you wish him happy birthday? Oh, happy birthday to your friend, dude. Happy birthday to your friend, Jetro fan. My favorite drink besides Nesquik strawberry milk? Probably, lemonade with no sugar. What do you think about what happened to Mom's Blender? Did you like that video? I did hear about that, Angel. But here's what people don't know is that it doesn't mean that the bullet does not come from the gun. All it basically means is that they can't match it to that gun. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that it didn't come from that gun. It just means they can't match it to that gun. What did you major in before law enforcement technology? I did, I got a liberal arts degree, and I tried to do security systems, but it didn't work out that well for me. And then I did, what was the other thing? The other thing I did was, I tried to do the history program, but then the history program ended up getting canceled.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。いらっしゃいませ。Okay,
let me see here. Is there... Pretty much have all of these prizes here. What will this mean for Kirk's murder? It will be just harder to prove that he did it, but look, the guy did it. The guy that they have arrested, there's no doubt in my mind that he did it. You know, I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories about it right now, but the thing is that all they basically said is they said that through forensics testing, they cannot match that bullet to that gun, but it doesn't mean it didn't come from that gun. That's what people don't understand about it. They say, oh, it means it didn't come from the gun. No, it doesn't. It just means they can't match it to it, but it doesn't mean it didn't come from the gun. It's okay, Polyplane. You don't have to apologize.
Picture だな。ピクチャーだな。プレイヤーの勝ちです。残念でございます。
I have a bachelor's degree, Zach. Oh, congratulations, Starlight. I'm happy for you. You reached 1,000 subscribers. Nice work, dude. The reason that jangling sound you hear it is because I have the socks which make Kiryu money every time he runs, but they make a really annoying sound. That's the drawback. There we go. Okay, banker 1. The reason I gotta back out, because then if you lose, it doesn't count for this 100%, so you gotta get continuous wins. Will I play the Judgment games? Oh, I definitely want to play them. When I got a question, when I beat the, without spoilers, when I beat the story in Judgment, I can explore like in Yakuza right after I beat the game, right? Okay, Damn it. Oh, I think that could go really bad for Europe. They're extremely dependent on American technology, Vanny. I mean, Duolingo has probably helped me the most with Spanish, but this might sound a bit weird. But the best way to learn Spanish is to play video games. I know that might sound a bit weird, but I learned a lot of basic Spanish from Duolingo, and I've been practicing for like 2 or 3 years on it now. And what I do is, a lot of times when I'm playing games, I join Spanish-only servers. And I joined Spanish-only servers so that I could talk to people in Spanish and improve my Spanish as I'm talking to people and understand what they're saying. And I found that that was like the best way to learn, at least. A lot of times people will laugh at me sometimes how I speak Spanish, but a lot of times other people are nice and they'll correct me if I make mistakes. Do you think GTA 6 will have a dark story? Probably darker than GTA 5, but not darker than GTA 4. I should also move my camera over because in Baccarat, I have to get the closest to 9, right? That's how it works. Okay. Oh god, he's got a 9. Ah. Yeah, do you know how to play Baccarat now? Kind of. It's basically a duel between the banker and the player. Well, I don't support involvement in the war, though I don't support getting involved in these countries' affairs. I'm honestly so sick of sending money to other countries, too. Let's see here. Okay, I hope he goes over here. Yes. Baccarat, yeah. Is the combat in Judgment, is that similar to Yakuza? Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting closer to completing Baccarat here. Yes, I am gonna make that video on GTA 6 online. I'm sorry, I just been so busy with just so many things, dude. But I'm gonna make it, I promise. I haven't forgotten about it. I'm sorry. There's just so many things that has come up. Yeah, what's that, Liskiff? He's at a 7. Damn. Hello, this is Alex Mason. I fought in the Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah, that was, your awesome history videos. Thank you. Thank you. You like my shorts, Jacob? Thanks. Thank you. Okay, that's good. That's really good. There we go. Yeah, I guess my sense of humor is a bit different than a lot of other people. I could, Caton. Say you're a democratic country with high life standards and a powerful military, but you've got a neighboring country which is a government oppresses its citizens. Would you intervene? No, not necessarily. I know that might sound a bit selfish, but the question that I would ask is, why would it be your responsibility to intervene? You know, that's it. Let's say that it was the opposite situation, where you were in the oppressive country and you had the neighboring, you know, strong democratic country. Doesn't mean that they're going to come necessarily to help you. So, that's it. I'm not saying to be selfish, but the argument that I would just put forward is, you know, why do we have to be the ones to get involved? That's at least my view on it. Okay. Banker is a 7. Okay, I got... There. And also, here's the other thing I will say about this, is that just because you take out a psychotic dictator does not mean that a country is necessarily going to get better. And this is what a lot of times people don't understand, is they think that removing like a dictator is going to automatically fix a country, when that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes removing a dictator can actually be even worse for the country, because what it does is it creates a power vacuum where then you have all of these factions that are fighting each other, and then you have the country plunge in endless civil war. Like a perfect example of that is Syria and Libya, especially Libya, where Libya basically had a brutal dictator, Gaddafi. The dictator was overthrown. The U.S. actually intervened. They were the primary reason why he got, you know, overthrown. That was in like 2011 when that happened. September 2011, I think it was when he died. And and now we are what, 15 years later, or almost 15 years later, and Libya is not any better. Libya has been in civil war for the past 15 years, and it has two governments, both that claim to be the legitimate government of Libya. October 2011. Okay, so I was close. It was, okay, I think I might win this. Let's Let's see. I think I'm
ピクチ
gonna
ャ
win
ーだ
this.
な。
Oh,
タイですね。
the game ended in a tie. Oh. So if it ends in a tie, you lose. Okay. No, but I guess it did make the story a bit better, though, Shiny Knight.
カードを配ります。
スリーサイドだな。
Damn, my cards are crap.
スリーサイドだな。
Oh, I'm gonna win
バン
this.
カーの勝ちで
Yes,
す。
got it.
おめでとうござい
Nice.
ます。
Nice work. Libya was possibly the worst foreign policy blunder in the last 26 years, along with Iraq and Afghanistan.
続けます。
And also about Libya, you want to know something? Is the when the dictator in Libya was killed, right? You know what happened 1 year after that dictator was killed? You had the Benghazi attack, where basically militants in Libya had stormed the American embassy, and they had come in with technical trucks, machine guns, RPGs, AK-47s. This was a full-on attack on the American embassy, and the U.S. was just so slow to respond to it. And the terrorists broke through the embassy. They murdered so many people, going room to room, just killing people. They ended up killing the American ambassador. They dragged his body through the streets naked, and they beat his body to death. It was just disgusting, horrible that something like that happened. And the Libyan government did not send their military or their police to help in that situation. And honestly speaking, I think the Libyan government was complicit in that. I think they knew it was going to happen, and I think they did nothing to stop it. And right after that situation happened, the Libyan government was like begging the U.S. government, saying like, oh, you know, don't sanction us, please, for this. Don't do this. Don't do this. But the U.S. government refused to sanction them for it. But I think that Libya deserved to get sanctioned for that. They did, especially after what they did. So that was, so it just goes to show you that just because, you know, you overthrow a dictator in a country, it doesn't mean that the country's necessarily going to get better. Sometimes the country's going to get, you know, much worse.
ツーサイドだな。
How much do you remember of Yakuza 0 story? A good chunk of it. Oh, this is all on this. Let's see.
ピクチャーだな。
タイですね。
Oh. We had the exact same cards, Joker, 10, and a 5. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. They showed the embassy mission in Modern Warfare 2019. Yes, but the thing about that is the embassy mission is based on the Benghazi attack. That's what it's based on. What that was. So you believe countries should evolve into democracies themselves? Yes. Look, here's the thing about this, is that, and I know you mean well, Liskif, so I'm not questioning that, don't get me wrong, I know you mean well, but the thing is that, unfortunately though, in a lot of situations, countries only care about democracy when it benefits them. That's what they only care about, democracy, only when it benefits them. And I'll give you a perfect example to prove my point. So there is this one country in Central Asia, and this country, it is called Turkmenistan. And about Turkmenistan is that you might not have ever heard about this country, but here's how bad Turkmenistan is as a country. Turkmenistan is the second most unfree country in the world. Second most unfree. The number one most unfree country in the world is North Korea. Turkmenistan is considered the second most unfree country. So it's not, you know, much better than North Korea. But anyways, about Turkmenistan, it has been ruled by the same, you know, ruling family since it got independence from the Soviet Union. It used to be part of the Soviet Union, and now it's a brutal dictatorship. Now, about Turkmenistan is the first dictator of the country. Do you know what he did? He did it where you are not allowed to have beards in the country unless you are 70 years old. He painted every single building in the capital to be white. People can only drive in white and gray cars. There is gold statues of the dictator all over the country. And what the dictator even did, he closed all the hospitals outside of the capital city because he said having hospitals outside the capital is a waste of money. And you can imagine how many people ended up dying because they couldn't make it to the hospital because of that. So that was what the dictator did. And the dictator was such a psycho that what he did was he named the months of the year after his family members. So like each month, the years was after one of his family members. So instead of January, February, March, it was his family members. That was like the month of every year. And if anybody's ever watched the movie Dictator, the Dictator is a parody of that, where he named like the months after himself. It's basically a parody of that specifically. But anyways, about Turkmenistan is that the dictator is such a psycho that what he did was he wrote his own book. And the book that he wrote about, it was his like masterpiece. And the state media in Turkmenistan says that he's like a world-renowned author. But I've seen what his book looks like. His book is literally like it's written by like a child, because all it is just like a picture book. It's like a book with like a big one page is an entire picture, and then there's like a few sentences, and that's it. That's like what his entire book is. It's literally like a joke. And when people get sworn into the parliament in Turkmenistan, they have to swear on that guy's picture book, on the dictator's picture book. The dictator, what he also did is he had made a giant gold statue to his dog. Even Kim Jong-un doesn't even do that. And he even made a rap music video. So, and I'm not making this up. If you don't believe me, you can Google this. Look up Turkmenistan dictator rap video. He made a video where he rapped on TV with his grandson. So it was a music video he created where he was rapping. Like it was, and he made his people watch that. So his people were watching that on like state TV. So like this is like something that you see in like a Just Cause game. That's what this crap is. I'm gonna win. But anyways, the point that I'm getting at with democracy in the past is this country is such a brutal dictatorship. It's such a horrible dictatorship. But despite being such a horrible dictatorship, you never hear anything about this country. And a lot of you guys are listening to me talking about this. This might be the first time you heard about this dictatorship that I'm telling you guys about. But so you're probably wondering if this is such a really bad dictatorship. No, this isn't pre-recorded. If this is such a bad dictatorship, why do we never hear about this? Why does, do governments not complain about this? Why does the United States not complain about this? Why doesn't the EU complain about this? Why doesn't the United Nations? Why does nobody complain about this dictatorship? The reason? There's two reasons. The first reason is Turkmenistan is a neutral country. It does not take a side. So it's not allied with Russia. It's not allied with the West either. The second reason is Turkmenistan does not have nuclear weapons, where North Korea does. Turkmenistan doesn't threaten its neighbors. And so because of that, other countries tend to ignore what Turkmenistan is doing. But here's the most important part. Turkmenistan is the largest producer of natural gas in Central Asia. So, and they sell cheap natural gas to the entire world all around. And because Turkmenistan sells cheap natural gas, all the other countries look the other way. Russia looks the other way. America looks the other way. The European Union looks the other way. NATO looks the other way. The United Nations looks the other way. Everyone looks the other way because the dictator sells them cheap natural gas. And if they overthrow the dictator, you might have a democratic government that might come to power, and that government is going to charge more for gas. And so that's precisely why. So whenever they talk about democracy in other countries, usually there's some kind of agenda. Usually they're trying to do something. They're trying to gain something because the previous dictator in the country was not giving them something. And so they're trying to find an excuse to basically overthrow him. That's ultimately what it's about. So if they really cared about democracy, they would be calling for the dictator of Turkmenistan to be overthrown. But in reality, a lot of times they're not, because they're getting cheap gas from him. So they like the status quo. So there's really no reason to overthrow the dictator because of that. Democracy and republic is the same thing, right? No, it's not. Democracy basically means will of the majority, will of the people. That's essentially what democracy is. But republic basically means is that you vote for representatives that are supposed to represent your best interests. Great, lost this one. Pro, I'm not trying to be political, but as a libertarian, do you believe that democracy can have more cons than pros? Many libertarians believe democracy is mob rule, tyranny of the majority. Well, like, I have to speak for, like, my country's perspective, for example, on this. Like, the American founding fathers, for example, they were completely against democracy. They did not support democracy. They were not for it. It doesn't mean they supported a dictatorship. They supported a republic. It's a constitutional republic. That's what they supported. So they still supported a free country, a country where you can practice your own religion, say what you want, own a gun, things like that. Vote for your representatives that are supposed to represent you. The government was not supposed to interfere in your personal life. But the reason that they didn't like democracy is because democracy is basically mob rule. So with democracy, what could basically happen is you could have the majority of people say, oh, we want a monarchy right now, and that's what ends up happening. So like the majority of people could vote for something like really stupid. Like the majority of people could say like, oh, women shouldn't have rights anymore, and then that's it. That's democracy. That's mob rule. With a constitutional republic, there's limits on what you can do. So there's limits that you can do this and that, but you cannot go further than that. You can't violate people's certain rights. So that's why I've never liked the idea of democracy completely. I think a republic is a much better system because you're voting for people that are supposed to represent your best interest instead of directly voting for decisions. There is one country that is a pure democracy, and the only country where a democracy works, there's only one country where it works, is in Switzerland. Switzerland is the only country where it works and it's successful because Switzerland has had a tradition of direct democracy for a very long time, for decades. And so in Switzerland, everything is decided by referendum. They do have a prime minister and they have like their own government, but they don't have as much power as the people. So like there's referendums where people decide like, do you want this policy passed or this tax increase, yes or no? And people will vote on those referendums. That's how it basically works in Switzerland. That's Switzerland's entire system. And in Switzerland, it has succeeded for the most part. It's worked. It's okay, here we go. Okay, let's try this again here. Hey, Minion Dave. By the way, Pro, do not sugarcoat or apologize for your humble opinion. Don't be afraid to hurt others' feelings. Just because your opinion is different doesn't mean you need to pander to it to be strong. Okay, yeah. No, and look, Leskiff, what I was saying earlier is I know you mean well, like when you said, like, should we overthrow dictators in other countries? I know you mean well. By that, I'm not, questioning that you had bad intentions. The only thing I'm just saying is I just don't think it's a good policy because I think it'll cause, problems in other countries and problems even in that own country. I know, your government is pretty authoritarian, so like if I lived in Russia, I would absolutely hate Putin. So like I don't support governments like that. But the only thing is I don't want to get involved in other countries' affairs. I don't want to be involved in that stuff personally. I think the best way that a country can be a successful republic is when the people overthrow the dictator themselves. Because if you have outside forces that overthrow the dictator, then what's going to end up happening is those outside forces are going to want things from the various factions. And there's going to be various factions, and then this one outside force is going to tell this faction we want this, another force is going to tell we want you to do this, and that's how you end up having civil wars in countries for foreign interests, precisely for that.
Picture だね。
プレイヤーの勝ちです。残念でした。
Okay. Have I ever tried Jack in the Box? I don't think I have. Okay, this game is almost over. I know you guys have been watching me play this for some time. It's almost over. We almost got it done. No, it's a different suit though, Luke. I know it looks similar, but it's a different one. Oh, he's got an 8.
3 side.
Okay, let's see.
プレイヤーの勝ちです。
Okay, I just need to win about, what, 4 more hands, and I'm done with this game. Minion Dave, is Hell Let Loose Vietnam gonna be banned in your country? Is that game going to be legal in your country? Do you know? I'm curious on that. Because I know Vietnam does censor a lot of video games.
Picture だね。
Like there's a lot of Vietnam war games that are banned in Vietnam. Do you like reading Kunet Lede? He was an opponent of democracy. I don't know. That's the first time I've heard of this guy.
2 side だね。
バンカーの勝ちです。
My favorite philosopher probably has always been the French philosopher Voltaire, on how he just always questioned everything, questioned the government, questioned the system. That's one of the things I liked about him. Do you think people should be arrested for social media posts like the UK? No, absolutely not. It's a violation of free speech. The only time it would be acceptable to arrest somebody for a social media post is if somebody is threatening to kill somebody directly, because that's threatening behavior. Like if somebody's, writes that they're gonna kill them, they're gonna murder them, stuff like that. That's not really, even in America, you'll get arrested for that. But like, other things like criticizing the government, saying things that might offend someone, I don't think that is qualifying something that should be criminalized. Pro, would you ever do a Caesar from San Andreas lore video? I think that would be interesting. Also, keep up the good work. I am actually working on that Zero lore video, and it's going to be really good. And I think you guys are going to really love it when I finally do that one. So before the end of this month, I'm going to have the Zero lore video. A lot of you guys are going to love it. Just give me a little bit of time, because it will be worth the wait. And I'm telling you guys will love it when it's going to be out. It's been some time since I made a really good lore video. My last really good lore video was the Faber one. The reason it takes me so long to make the lore videos is because I'm doing playthroughs and streams, and it just gets buried with like a lot of stuff that I'm doing. They're not easy.
Thai.
I know you shouldn't answer spam calls. I actually got a spam call earlier today. I didn't answer it, and they left me like a voice message. It was like a computer-generated voice message, and it was telling me that I have to pay for my new iPhone that I purchased. And I didn't purchase an iPhone. Thoughts on Gaddafi? He was overthrown for wanting to start an African currency not backed by the central bank. The thing about that is I know Gaddafi wanted to create some kind of gold currency. I am aware of that. But the thing about Gaddafi, what I'll say about Gaddafi is Gaddafi was not a good man. This was a pretty terrible person. Gaddafi, what he did was in the 1980s, he bombed Pan Am Flight 103. Which was it was a plane that was flying over Scotland, and it was a bomb planted by a Libyan agent. Everybody died on the plane. Hundreds of people died. What he also did is Libyan agents were responsible for bombing a nightclub in West Berlin that happened in the 80s. A lot of people died from that. And what he also did was he had he also supported Idi Amin. So when Idi Amin, he was the dictator of Uganda, when Idi Amin had invaded Tanzania, which was a completely unprovoked attack, Gaddafi was right behind him, supporting him in that. But the issue with Gaddafi is that even though Gaddafi was a piece of crap and he was a horrible human being, the problem is that the United States, what they did was they overthrew him, and there was no plan on who his replacement was going to be. There was no plan on what was going to happen afterwards, and Libya basically just turned into a giant mess. It was a complete disaster. And also the other thing I'll say about this here is that here's the thing, and this is where I changed my mind, because when I was in high school, I was in 12th grade when Gaddafi got overthrown. I was like, oh, it's good, they're overthrowing the dictator, no more of this scumbag dictator. But the thing about Gaddafi is that the people that were overthrowing him, the people that were fighting against him, they were not fighting against him for democracy. Those people weren't. Those people were just fighting for their own dictatorship. They just wanted their own theocracy. That's basically what it was. They wanted their own religious dictatorship. They were only overthrowing him primarily because they wanted to create their own dictatorship. Same thing in Syria. In Syria, they were only overthrowing Assad because they wanted their own dictatorship. It wasn't about democracy or any of that stuff. Okay, I'm about to win this. Okay, I hope he doesn't get a 9. Yes, got you. Okay, one more and I'm done with Baccarat. One more. At least Libya's flag isn't terrible anymore. I remember the old Libyan flag was just a green flag. It was nothing else, just pure green. I remember that. That was that. If you have to bring one World War II weapon into battle for the entire war, what would it be and why? Oh, that's a really good question. Well, can I ask you one question on that? What front am I fighting on? What front specifically? Because depending on the front that I'm fighting in, that would be the front. That's how I'm answering the question. So, you don't have to super chat me again, somebody 32. Just answer me this. What front
カードを
specifically?
配ります
Oh yeah, the old Hitman games were very difficult.
4サイドだな。
Okay, I might win this.
3サイドだな。
I'm gonna win this. Yep, I won.
おめでとうございま
Nice. Japanese front?
す続けます
Okay, I think I can answer that question pretty. Okay, so I could answer that question. Gaddafi did that? Yeah, in Gaddafi was responsible for numerous terrorist attacks. There's no doubt about that. But the thing is that when Gaddafi had gotten overthrown, it created a power vacuum. That was the thing about that. Is that Gaddafi was a horrible person, but at least he kept Libya stable. That was the thing about that. That doesn't mean that I defend Gaddafi or that I like him. I'm not getting at that at all. The only thing I'm saying is that Libya became a worse country by overthrowing him. For the Japanese front, if you're talking the Pacific, if I had to fight in the entire Pacific campaign with only one weapon, what would it be? That is an easy answer. The M1 carbine. That would pretty much it. And the reason the M1 carbine I would choose that is because the M1 carbine is specifically in it's a both a close to medium range weapon, so it works in both close and medium range. That's what's great about it. It's a lightweight weapon. It would be perfect in the jungles to use. So that's what I would use if I was in the Pacific. I would choose the M1 carbine. That is the thing specifically. Not the Garand. The Garand I would say was too long in that situation. But it would be did you manage to return the panda? No. I actually still have it. I still have it here. I didn't even know if I should throw it out or not. I still have it. They refused to take it back, but I got my money back. Why not the bar? Bar is too heavy for the Pacific. You know, you do not want something like the bar running around in the jungles in the Pacific. No. No. Okay, let's see here. Remember when Libya had an all-green flag? I remember it, Tricky Mario. I don't understand why there are so many weird ads. It's just I don't control the ads, by the way, guys. It's just whatever YouTube does. Are you still on your break from adding people? I guess I could try to add people again. What's your PSN though, dude? Thank you, Carter, for the super chat. I bought myself a mini cycling exercise machine, and I cycle while working and playing games. Feels great. Yeah. I mean, I personally have never been much into cycling. I prefer just walking on the treadmill too. But yeah, it's it can be a bit difficult after some time, especially. I've always been trying to beat my record over and over. Thank you, Carter, for the super chat. Are you religious? No, I'm more of an agnostic. Mom's blender is the reason why CJ returns to Grove. Oh, thank you, Change Significant super chat. Oh no, not this guy. Oh my god, I hate it so much when he does that throw. Oh my god, that is... The problem with that throw is there's no way to block it. Item box, hang on. Gear accessories, it was the... Did I get the ring that I needed? Might not have. Hold on, I will just read chat in just 1 second here. Standing still regenerates health, okay. Can I ask, why was the French Chauchet machine gun from World War I so terrible? Was it because of the jamming or the issues due to cleaning? Well, here's the thing is, the French Chauchet was not that bad of a gun. What was the worst gun was the American version of the Chauchet. The Chauchet, the Americans chambered their gun to fire 30-06, where the French one was 8mm, 8mm Lebel. That was the French cartridge that the Chauchet would fire. And the U.S. needed a light machine gun going into World War I, and so they got them from France. And because that gun trying to chamber in 30-06 would cause a lot of jamming, the other issue with the magazines were very fragile. They could snap very easily, and also the magazine had a hole in it on the side, and the whole purpose of that hole was so that you could see how much bullets are left in the gun. But it caused a lot of problems because when you would get that thing mounted in the ground, when it was muddy trenches, the mud would get in there, and then the gun would jam. So that's why it was such a terrible gun. Thank you, somebody 32. Heartbreak Ridge. Okay, Caton. I could definitely look into it. I love a lot of his movies. Let me just see here. What don't I have? Okay. Oh, Kamaki, we're fighting him again. Okay. I'm doing good, Brandon. How are you, man? Trying to Tiger drop on him. Okay. Oh, guy. about to end it right there. Okay. Let's see, how many points do we get for that? Oh, okay. We get a bunch of points every time from it. Okay, I'm seeing these. Let me just see here. How many more do I need to win? Okay. I need to win 8 more tournaments. Let me win 3 more and I'll take a break from this here. From these. What got you into South Park? I always liked it. I thought it was a funny and interesting show. This guy's so quick, What does those challenges do, like the crowd pleaser and stuff like that? Like, what does that do? Wow. That was really good. That fight, that was really good. Okay, 54,000 points. Nice, okay. There we go. Okay, I'll win one more tournament and I'll take a break from this here. Perfect rounds or heat actions. Oh, the heat actions that I guess that contributes a lot on how what you. Okay. Have I ever watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? No, but I know the anime. Well, I know he said something to the tune of that, but the thing about Patton is Patton very much understood who he was fighting when he was fighting the Nazis. Patton knew, you know, how bad these guys were, but the thing about Patton is Patton was also a bit of an extreme person. You know, Patton, for example, did not think that PTSD was a real thing. He could not believe that was that soldiers. He fought in World War I and he didn't go through something like that, and he couldn't imagine why other people were. He thought that it was like a form of cowardice. Patton also, what he did was he had you can argue that Patton was to blame partially for the Baccarat massacre, which the Baccarat massacre, what that was, it was it was in Sicily. So it happened in 1943 when the U.S. was taking Sicily in Operation Husky. Now, there was this Italian airfield that the United States was trying to take, and while they were trying to take the airfield, what happened was there was Italian snipers that were shooting at the American medics constantly. And the thing about that is you can't do something like that. Shooting at a medic is a war crime. The only time it would be acceptable to shoot at a medic is if you see them with their arms. That would really be the only time that it's okay. If you see them with their arms and they're moving towards you like they're like an actual soldier. But like it is a war crime to actually shoot at medics, picking up their allies. But that's what the Italian snipers were doing, is they were committing war crimes by shooting the American medics. Now, Patton said specifically, he said, show the enemy no mercy on Sicily. That's what he said. And what ended up happening is when the Americans ended up surrounding this airfield, the Italians all surrendered. And the American soldiers didn't know who the snipers were that were doing that. And what ended up happening is the American soldiers got really mad about that, and they just executed all of the Italian prisoners. So they didn't know who the snipers were, and they killed everybody, which is a war crime at that point. The snipers could have very much been executed. They could have very much, because what the snipers did was a war crime. So the snipers getting shot could have very much been a valid reason to shoot them. But you know, killing everybody, no, that's not okay. And Patton does have some blame for that, for saying that, you know, show the enemy no mercy. Patton later claimed, oh, I didn't mean that. I was just trying to toughen up the soldiers, but. A lot of soldiers said that they took his words to heart when he said about that. This is the most annoying boss in the game, is this guy here. And he's so annoying because he does so much damage. How many points do I have? Not enough for the ring yet, but, okay. Does anyone know where I can get gear really quickly here? Where is the Sudetenland? The Sudetenland was a part of Czechoslovakia, currently part of the Czech Republic, where, there's a pretty big German-speaking population. Hitler tried to use that as basically an excuse, to take over Czechoslovakia. Wait, if you kill a medic during a bombing, is it a war crime? Technically, no. It really depends on what the circumstances of the bombing are. If you're like firing, for example, if you're firing artillery, it's not really a war crime because you don't know where that artillery is gonna go. You're just firing in the direction of the enemies. It's a war crime when somebody is trying to when a medic is trying to pick somebody up. So if anybody has ever watched what's it called? Hacksaw Ridge. If you ever watch Hacksaw Ridge, it's based on a true story what Desmond Doss was doing. Like when he was picking up the wounded American soldiers and the Japanese were shooting at him, that was a war crime. What they were doing, that was very much a war crime. You can't do that. That was it. And Japanese soldiers were trained specifically to shoot at American medics. That's what they were trained to do. So you can't do something like that. Did I watch Rugrats when I was a kid? Oh yeah, I did. I'm doing good, Pat. Who is the hard fight? The gas mask guy. Thank you, Brandon, for the super chat. The gas mask guy is the most annoying guy in the game to beat. Does anybody here know where I can buy more gear items? Because I need to buy more gear items from this guy here. Hang on. Buy equipment. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. This. I got this. Okay, I have all of this guy's gear. This guy's gear, I have it all. I got a lot of money too, which is good. Got any favorite episodes of South Park? Probably World of Warcraft 1 is my favorite one. Yeah, but she was more sympathetic in the in the All Grown Up show. That one. Tricky Mario. No, I won't be visiting parents at that time, Brandon. I'll be doing something on Easter, but thank you for the super chat. Buy these to do this here, okay. I've seen your Medal of Honor gameplay recently. Very great game, by the way. Is that why the Kriegsmarine get really crippled by the near the end of World War II? Well, the Saint Nazaire raid definitely hurt them really badly, but it didn't, completely knock the Kriegsmarine out. Okay, let's see here. Where is... Where can I buy a lot of gear items in this game, guys? Because there's 13 more gear items that I need. Oh, that guy's a Novio rich man. Okay, and we definitely want to fight him. Cartoon Wars? I don't know if I've seen that one. What do I think of Troy Baker? Isn't that the guy who did the voice for Joel in The Last of Us? Don Quixote? Okay, thank you, Monster. I missed Carter's super chat. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry if I seen. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see your super chat, Carter. Next April Fools, you should make a video on where Ryder put the water from the one San Andreas scene early in the game. Well, thank you, Carter. Thank you. Yeah, that's I could definitely think of something like that. Like what happened to the water. I'm gonna stream GTA 4 also for the anniversary. I'll do that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, and actually, hold on a second. Housewives and a... I was always selling the things that I had duplicates of. I'm gonna go specifically for the... Okay. Makoto Shirko. I wonder if that's a reference to Zero. Okay, you said Don Quixote, right? Okay. Chalk Zone. It sounds familiar. What is that? Have I ever seen Bleach? That was the anime that was on Adult Swim a long time ago, wasn't it? 70 different gear items. Okay, well, wait. You said Don Quixote, right? Okay. Head on down there, then. Okay, let's see here. Said the gear items here. Anywhere else where there's Next time you stream Generation Zero, do you need help to find out how to make an invite-only lobby? If you do, I'll show you before the stream. We'll definitely do an invite-only lobby in the future, Brandon, because that was a bit tricky what happened last time. Let me see here. Do the gun the RC skins, do those count as gear items? Probably not, right? Berserker's Charm. I like the Dragon engine the most. Do I play with RC vehicles? Nah, I used to when I was a kid. Favorite gun in the Vietnam War? The AK-47. Oh, I don't know the anime that much. Well, my mom does take the train. What she does is she drives to Queens because she lives on Long Island. She parks in Queens and then she takes the train to Manhattan. Exchange for prizes. Okay, let's see here. Oh, gold. Okay, here. Compete in ranked matches? Try it here. Having seen All Grown Up, but I've read that still I always love it when Angelica got what she deserved. Rather deal with Helga over her. Hey Arnold, I loved Hey Arnold. That one was the best one. Hey Arnold was like the best cartoon ever. It was such a great cartoon. They don't allow red Doras in this then, huh? So 6, that's 7, that's 9. And this is what? This is...
Come.
Damn, I just got 3 of those too. That's... Okay, wait. 7... 8... 9. Okay, these we don't need here. Hang on, I gotta look at Mahjong hands again here. Okay, thank you, Brandon. I'll see you. My favorite movie, probably Scarface. I also really like The Equalizer, probably my favorite modern movie. 6, 7. Okay. Damn. Okay. Oh no. God damn. This is bad. Which gun would use in Mafia, the definitive edition? I really like the Springfield 1903 in that game. Let me see here. 2, 3. Okay, this. Oh, red Doras are in this game. Okay, I just realized they are. Got there. Okay. You know, no.
意外と早いんよね。
No!
これだと思ったよ。誰か積み込んだのか？
That's 8, right? Okay. You've got to be
意
kidding
外
me.
と早いんよね。
寝言は寝て言え。
Okay.
いい気になるなよ。
意外と早いんよね。
これだよ、これ。
My God, this is. It is some ridiculous crap right now. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. That's that now. No, come on.
寝言は寝て言え。今回は勝たせてもらう。
Damn, this isn't good. Come on. I need a good card here. Oh, okay, there we go.
意外と早いんよね。
寝言は寝て言え。このまま行く。
There we go. Yeah, a lot of times I've gotten wronged. Let me see here. Okay, we don't need this one. I missed a super chat. What? Oh, I'm sorry, Jolie. I'm sorry I didn't see your super chat. There's a cool mod for GTA 4 that you can use called the Actual Complete Edition, where you have episodes from Liberty City, weapons, vehicles, interiors, and base GTA 4. Oh, I didn't know about that, Jolly. I'm really sorry I didn't see your super chat, Jolly, earlier. I apologize for that. But that's what they should have. If Rockstar ever brings in like an HD version of GTA 4 to like next gen consoles, they gotta bring in the episodes from Liberty City Guns into the standard game. They gotta bring that in.
じらさんといて。
Okay, let me see here. Get rid of this. Damn. Okay, come on.
お腹空いてきたわ。
Are you kidding me? What is that? That's a 6. That's a 6, 7, and 8.
相撲が悪いんだよな。
Oh, great. If I wouldn't have put away that 8, I would have...
No.
意外と早いんよね。
Damn. I knew they were gonna get Ron. Luck was just not on my side there. Did I watch the show called My Brother, Me and All That? No, what's that about? Hey Arnold is a great one, but the Hey Arnold Christmas episode is the best one. If you ever watched that one, that's the best one.
いらっしゃいませ。 一発決めさせて
お手柔
もらう。
らかに頼みますよ。
こんなやってられへんわ。
Okay, hold on. Let me focus on this. I can win this.
誰かボケろや。
When I played with the mod, it's so real badass to have Nico tear up with the M249 during the Roman kidnapping mission. Oh, thank you, Jolly. I think my favorite weapon in episodes from Liberty City is that automatic shotgun that Johnny has. That's such a great gun. I love that gun so much. The one, yeah, from the Lost and Damned, that was my favorite one. it's gonna be difficult now trying to figure out what do I toss here. Here we go.
いい寝言は寝て言え。
いい気になるなよ。
誰か積み込んだのか。このまま行く。そのツモが来るのか。
リーチ、ズモ、インフ、イーペイコー、トラ、サン、パナマ。
Nice, okay. I just got a lot of money there. Oh great, somebody already has Richie, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. How do I get a Hainman in this game again? Can someone tell me what do I gotta do to get a Hainman? I know some people are watching this and probably like, how the hell do you play this game? I had no idea what I was doing when I started playing Zero like over a year ago, but I learned this game. And I did get... Oh my god, he's got Richie already. You gotta be kidding me. This is just ridiculous right now. Okay, let's see. 2, 3, 4.
Saっさと切れよな。
7, 8, and 9. You've got to be kidding me. He's already got Ron? It just... Okay, I'm winning right now. I'm in the lead at least still. I'm still in the lead. No!
寝言は寝て言え。
Crap, okay. I'm gonna regret this throwing that one away. that's 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Come on. Okay. Here we go.
リーチ
いい気になるなよ。
Come on.
今回は勝たせてもらう。
Damn, I didn't get the card that I wanted. Okay, I'm still in the lead. Okay, let's see. This one. Chuck that away. Okay, wait. 7, 8, 9. Wait, that's 5. 6. Okay, this could come in handy here. It's a red Dora. Goddamn. Hope I don't regret that one.
誰かボケろや。
Oh. That's 2 now, but not good right now. Not good. Chuck that. Okay.
リーチ
仕事は寝て言え。
いい気になるなよ。
誰か積み込んだのか。
Somebody else has.
リーチ。
Oh my god.
おう。
Please, please. Damn. I didn't get the thing I was looking for. Okay. Okay, I'm still in the lead. I think this is the last hand, right? This is the last one. Okay, keep the red Dora here. Okay, 6, 8, 9. I like the bounty hunters the most in Star Wars
さっ
Skiff.
さと切れよな。
That's who I've always liked the most. Okay, this can be chucked.
今回は勝たせてもらう。
Okay,
リーチ
Damn, okay. Okay, wait, that's... I need one... Oh my god, of course he got
これ
a
だ
run.
と思う
No, I didn't, Caton. How do I get a Hainman in this game? Do I know who Review Bra is? Well, that guy's my cousin. No, I'm not joking. I'm joking, he's not my cousin, but, a lot of people say I'm very similar to him. Oh, that wasn't the last one. This is the last one then, okay. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the hands here. That's a 9, and then that's an 8. I got a 3, 4, 5. Wait. 3, 4, 5. This can go. This can go too. Do I have any allergies? Dogs. Dogs and cats, actually, both. Okay, there we go. That's another. Or actually, no, that's. Got that. Two, 3, 4.
オンリーチ
Oh, great.
おもろなってきたで
This is bad right now. He's gonna get a run. Oh, there's another one? How many of these are there? Okay.
相撲が悪いんだよな。
1, 2, 3. Okay, we don't need these then. Damn. The cards I'm getting are bad.
誰が積み込んだのか
Come on. Give me something good. 2, 3.
Each.
Of course.
おもろなってきたで しい
It's an 8, and that's a... It's a 9 there, okay. Well, we are drawing this now. I should be still in the lead, aren't I? There's another one? How many does this go on for? Okay.
今回は勝たせてもらう。誰が積み込んだのか？
Come on.
Great. いい気になるなよ
Right now already. How many hands is this going on for? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll look at chat in just one moment here, guys. Hold on. Just trying to figure out here what I could... One, two, 3, 4, 5.
Darika bokeru ya.
本
相撲が悪いんだよな。
Oh man, this is just bad. Like I cannot get a Richie anymore. Like I'm trying to get good hands, but I just I think I have to win one more hand and I think it'll end. Okay, 1, 2, and then 6 and 8, 6 and 7, 3. Man, all of these are pretty good here. Hold on, it's wait, that's a 2, 3, and then there's a this can go. Five, 6, 7. Okay, that's good. We got a red Dora there. That's good. Maybe we'll actually be able to complete this for once. Okay, sumo this now.
自分おもろないけど強いやん。
1、2つ、相撲、虎、2、漫画。
What? It's still not over.
Oh. Oh.
Three, 5, 5, 6. Ah. It's a red Dora, but I don't have the proper set for that Dora, so it's useless to me. No, I wouldn't want to Because that dedicates your life to that, skiff. When's next Ace Combat part? Tomorrow, Adrian. It'll be really good also when I put it out. How long is this game gonna go on for? Like, why is this not ending? Okay, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. 2, 3, 5. Okay, wait. 7, 8, 9. I might actually win this one. Come on. 2, 3, okay, 4. Oh my god, he got sumo and there was one tile left. You've gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. No. How many games is this? Guys, can someone tell me in the comments why is this not ending? Like, do I have to win like a certain amount for this to end, or? Okay, hang on. 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, I got so many. Okay, doubles here. Oh man, Can I turn up my microphone volume? No, this is the highest I have it at. Which GTA protagonist would not survive in Manhunt? I don't know, that's a good question. I think everyone is pretty capable, but... 7 and... There we go. Great, how many more hands is this gonna be?
誰か積み込んだのか？
リーチ
Oh no.
寝言は寝て言え。
リーチ
Oh my god, this
い
is
い気
bad.
になるなよ
This is bad. Oh no, I shouldn't have chucked that. I shouldn't have chucked that. Damn.
C
I might as well do that just to get some points left here. Why is this not ending, by the way, Kali9? Like, why is this like keep going? Oh, I can add you later, Carter. Thank you for the super chat. Okay.
誰かボケろや
3, 4, 8, 9, 1, 2. Great.
いい気になるなよこのまま突っ切る
Hope I don't regret that. Another double here. I keep getting doubles. It's a 6, 4, 5, 6. Okay. One, two, three. 4, 5, 6, and then one. Okay. I have to pass. I have to get to 60,000 points, is what you're saying. Okay, to win this. Okay. So I have to win. Oh, I won. Okay, congratulations. Yep. Kamurocho ranking. Okay. How do I get a Hainman, Kali9? What do I have to do to get a Hainman in this game again? Okay. Okay, mini games. Let me look at this here. Earn a total of 100,000 in Mahjong. What, that didn't count? Go out with a full straight, I guess. Do you know Polish language? Yes, I do. I didn't watch The Legend of Korra, but I watched the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Hangman is when you get at least 6 points in a winning hand. What's the easiest way to get it? Does rank Mahjong have different rules in terms of length? I think you have to score a certain amount, like you said. Have you ever unknowingly or unintentionally broken the law? Technically, when I worked in retail, what I did was I had, when I was working in retail at the start, I had ended up selling alcohol to kids with fake IDs. So, like, people that, like, you know, young, like in their early 20s, but they were actually younger than that, and they gave me IDs and I checked them, but I didn't know that they were fake. And so technically that is a crime, technically, but it's, that was just, I guess nobody ever trained me on that. On fake IDs. I didn't know that, you know, that stuff like that was that common. And yes, I'm gonna make that video on my ideas for GTA GTA 6 Online. Yes, I'm gonna still make that. Don't worry. What's my first language? English or Polish? Really, English. I spoke that the most.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
No, I haven't, but I know they're gonna make a season 2, which will be perfect for me to watch both seasons now. At least 4 to 8 rounds, depending on whether you play a quarter or half game. However, for the completion list, completion checkman, you must win 100,000 total points across all games. Okay. Can you say any sentence in Polish? Jak się masz? Moje imię jest professional I ja nagrywam na YouTube. That's my name is The Professional and I record on YouTube. Oh, See my message? Where was your message? It's an anime, Zach? God damn.
おもろいな。
Stu the pause with mommy. What you said? Something with a table with legs. A table pause with what, mommy? A table without legs? Is that what you were saying in Polish? I just the second word. I'm trying to make it out a little bit. But a table. You said a table something with legs. I want to fight these guys right now and. A table of broken legs. Oh, okay. I support equal rights for everyone, Shafak. Let me... By the way, Callie, since you're here, can you please help me with Koi Koi? That's like the only game I have to complete besides, this, and I'm getting confused with Koi Koi. Here. Battle mail is 3,000 points, and then okay, there are items here. I have no idea how to play this. If you could please help me, Kali 9, because this is the one I'm just struggling with. What do I even have to do in this game? This is the game I always had trouble with. Was this game specifically? This always gave me so many issues. Increase the betting limit in the settings. Okay. Does anyone know how to play this game? Have you ever watched Cowboy Bebop on Adult Swim when I was a kid? Yeah, we watched that. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Take the yellow flower with the sake cup? Oh, thank you, Will. I guess it was too late. I kind of, ended up, okay. Play at expert level, okay. Change settings. Wager, oh. Rounds 3. Start.
手加減しないで。
I saw the Hey Arnold Christmas episode you talked about, Pro. Certainly enjoyed it. Also, I liked the Magic School Bus Christmas Holiday episode too. I don't think I've seen that one, but Hey Arnold was that Christmas episode. I never forgot it. It was just such a beautiful episode. What drugs do you think are the worst? Heroin? Crocodile is also really bad. I think the harder difficulty gives you more money. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just going all based on luck right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I just hope I can win just based on what I'm doing. Hey, DJ. Don't call Koi? Okay, what? Okay, I guess I won't then. Damn, okay. Oh, Koi means continue game. Okay. I see. Okay, well at least I got that.
Shun.いい調子だ。
How much did I just win in that? Hang on, let's see here. Okay, that card. Okay, well thank you for telling me. Maybe I'll get the hang of this here. In Koi. Okay, I'm 1800 out of Koi. Okay, let's do it here. Played expert level, let's do it. Have I played a Mortal Kombat game? Like at arcades and at friends' houses when I was a kid, but never really was into them. No. Zach? Nothing to match here. Save my yellow flower. Well, thank you. Thank you for telling me. I guess this one will put this one in because I didn't have any others there. Nothing here. I'm sorry I haven't been looking at the chat. This is a lot of people that are posting a lot of historical ones I like to collect, Rish. Okay, I understand, Liskif. Okay. When will I do a GTA 4 live stream? We'll do it on the anniversary. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm starting to get frustrated. Like, I'm starting to get frustrated here. I have to win 10,000 in this game, which. Matching it again. I've got that. There we go. Won that.
よし
もうなんでよ。
なめしこ春
Don't call coin.
よし
Okay, well, I just won a bunch there. That was now we're at 4,200 in Koi Koi. I still have no idea what I'm
いらっしゃい
doing.
ませ。
I'm somehow winning and I have no idea what I'm doing. I can look it up later at the end of the stream, Zach. Thank you for being so kind last week, for cheering me up. I had experienced misogyny walking down the street. Your videos gave me so much confidence back. Felicia, nice, kind, and warm donation to show you. Thank you, blondest bombshell. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
手加減しないで
Nothing to match. Oh, this is not good. He's getting so many more cards than me. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay.
やりましたよ。嬉しいです。
I hate this guy that I'm playing against right now. I'll definitely look into it. You have to form special sets of cards. The easiest sets are Cherry Blossom Viewing and Moon Viewing because they only require 2 cards each to form. Okay. Do you see these cards right now? Cherry Blossom and Moon Viewing. Huh. No matching cards again. Why do some people just adamantly believe GTA 6 isn't coming out? I don't know if they actually believe it or not, or if it's some elaborate troll. It's a stupid, theory. Appalachian. It's coming out. GTA 6 is coming out. I don't know why anyone would believe it. It's not.
いらっしゃいませ。
Yeah, I guess it would help people a lot, let's give. I'm never gonna do it.
始めましょう。
Yeah, I can look into it and possibly play it. Is it out already, Adrian? You said cherry blossoms. I guess these here. And I'm sorry, Will. I'm trying to listen to your instructions. I'm just getting so confused, dude. This game is just confusing the hell out of me. That looks like the moon. Yeah, okay, that's the moon. Okay, so...
Yo!
もうなんでよ。
I played a bit of the Ghost Recon games.
Shun.
Okay, that's the cherry blossoms then. Don't call Koi.
Yo!
やだよ。
It's a seriously stupid theory. No AAA studio would spend money on trailers and for marketing for a game that will never release. Yeah. I don't know why some people are believing that. That just honestly sounds like a stupid conspiracy.
Tane. Tan. Tas. Yosh.
Okay, well, Koi Koi is almost finished. 5,400, okay.
いらっしゃいませ。
Cherry Blossom Viewing is Red Curtain and Sake Cup, okay.
手加減しない。
始めましょう。
Cherry Blossom Viewing and Sake Cup, you said, right? He's getting a lot already right at the start. Oh, the moon. Okay, I got that.
Tas.
Okay.
Yosh.
もうなんでよ。
I see the moon, okay. Wasn't that the moon right right there. This isn't good right now.
アメシコよし
やだよ
I do see the moon, okay. The sake cup, what does it look like? Maybe I'm just not seeing it here. Sake cup is yellow flower on board. You missed a chance to take it. Oh. Okay. What? Oh my god. This is... Damn. Damn, okay. Well, that sucked there. I thought I was gonna,
いらっしゃいませ
Wait, you can see Lendon's, comments there, Phoenix? I don't see him in here. Lendon, are you here? How good are you at poker? Okay, I'm okay at poker. You look tired, I am, yeah. Damn, nothing here. Okay. Again, nothing here, okay. Damn, of course you got all that.
嬉しいです
Yeah, back pain is some of the worst that you can have. Favorite Sopranos character? For me, probably Patsy. Damn.
やりましたよ
Getting a hang of this game, maybe a little bit, but still. end up beating me. My god, look at the amount of cards that he keeps getting. Yeah, that's his... Of course. And I'm sorry, Will. I'm trying to get the hang of this game. I know how to play almost all the other games, but this game is just... Yeah. Okay, start this one here.
手加減しないで
Just finished your Mafia 2 playthrough. Much love, professional. Thank you. Did you like it? Okay, Signalis has been out since 2022. Okay, I'll look it up. I'll look it up probably tomorrow, Adrian, and see if I can play it later this year. Second card in your hand is the Sake Cup. Oh, this thing? Okay.
Yo!
やだよ
Is cryptocurrency in the U.S. highly regulated? Not for the most part. People can just freely trade it in the on a lot of stock brokerage sites. Yeah, Minion Dave. A little tired today. I don't want to get far into this. Damn. This guy's gonna end up beating me. I just want to win one more game here against this guy at least. If Red Moon shows up, take it immediately. Okay. That's the Sake Cup. I took that. Oh, he just took it. Regarding Sopranos, I think Mikey Palmise is quite underrated. I wish he stayed for one more season, not gonna lie, but I see why he had to go in the end. Yeah, and he was a very interesting character. He was almost very psychotic, too. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, I want to win one more hand, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm just... Ooh. You think the game volume is too high? Let me lower it a little bit. Try an easier difficulty. They always call Koi. Okay, I'll try after this one. Oh, the moon. I have the red moon, but there's... You mean Brendan Mason,
嬉しいです。
What episodes do you remember from Rugrats? Not a lot. I remember the one I probably remember is the one when there was that monster under Chucky's bed. I think I remember that one. Damn. Okay, he's... Are you easily scared? Not really. I can't beat this guy. The history lessons in Mafia 2 were really good. Thank you. Okay. Finally, something there. I have to call Koi, don't I? Because he has 9 points, so I'm gonna need to call it. Do you know the U.S. Marines forced Saddam Hussein to watch the South Park movie? That I didn't know. No. I didn't know that. Damn, I'm about to rage quit this game. I'm about to rage quit this game. Yeah, my respect. Thank you, Phoenix. Try beginner level. Wager, okay. Oh, come on. Damn, this guy's... How do I still not have any points here? The batting cage, I did pass it, by the way. I passed the batting cage. I don't know if you were here on that earlier, Cali 9, but yeah, that was that's very on brand for the USMC. But thank you, Appalachian. Points, of course, he gets that. He's got 14 points and I've got 1 point. Oh my god, I hate this game. I hate this game so much. This is the worst gambling game, was this one. Even on beginner difficulty, he's still dominating. You smash your throw things in rage? No. I used to when I was younger. Damn.
アメシコ いい調子だ
Okay, I won something. Okay. But man, the koi koi is annoying. It is. 5,430. Well, at least we're halfway done with it. At least there's that. No, I didn't, Zach. I am gonna watch more of it, though. First 3 categories on bottom are junk, ribbons, and variety. 10 junk is worth 1 point. 5 ribbons is worth 1 point. 5 variety is worth 1 point. Huh. Well, I'm gonna probably watch a guide of it on YouTube. I'm sorry, Will. I'm just tired too, and I'm just. That's one of the reasons too. I'm struggling too. But I guess we'll probably wrap this stream up here. Is there anything you guys wanna ask me here before I go? I'll still hang out and answer a few questions before I head out here. Have I ever seen the movie War Dogs? No, I know it's a movie about arms dealers, but I've never seen that one. I've heard of the Carcer City mod, yes. I have something for you. What's that, Phoenix? Oh, I'll add it to the playlist then, Rish. Well, when Putin dies, that's probably when things could change in Russia, and it could either change for the worse or the better, depending on who takes over. But Putin is getting older. I don't think he's gonna get like assassinated or there's gonna be like a coup, but that's probably what's gonna happen. Is eventually, he's gonna get older and die, but that's probably gonna be for the next decade or two, and then when he dies, it's gonna see who takes over at that point. What's my favorite Italian pastry? I don't know. I don't know what they would be called. Maybe they're cupcakes and... I chose to believe that GTA 6 is never coming out thing is a bit like Flat Earth. Started as a joke, then gullible people picked it up. Yeah, it's like the people who think that Australia isn't a real place. There's people that think that it's a conspiracy. Yeah, I am, Minion Dave. That one, I don't know if I remember that one, Mario. Shock Zone. Let me look it up. Shock Zone. When did this? 2002 to 2008. It was on Nickelodeon. Well, I didn't. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I'm surprised I never heard of this cartoon. This would have been a cartoon when I was a kid, but I never heard of it really. Yeah, I am exhausted. I'm tired. I think I haven't had dinner yet, but I'm gonna just cook something really quick and then go to sleep. Also, guys, I might not be able to stream Red Dead tomorrow. Maybe not. If I do, it's gonna be really early in the morning if I end up streaming it. I guess we'll see tomorrow then. I do think that Kane and Lynch deserves a happy ending. I'd like to think that Lynch's happy ending would be, you know, finding a woman that he falls in love with, and Kane's happy ending would be going to see his daughter again. Oh, like, you just meant the regular foods. Like, I thought you were making, like, desserts. Probably spaghetti and meatballs, probably best Italian food I like. I did, Minion Dave. And Will, thank you for helping me with that game. I'm sorry if I was messing up. I'm just too tired and the game was just confusing me so much. I appreciate giving me the tips with the moon, though. Well, I guess Sleeping Dogs more I like a little bit better because it's more like GTA. Okay, so I guess I'll be heading out here for the night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful day, guys.